Paulo Costa isn't done with Khamzat Chimaev. After beating Roman Kopylov at UFC 318, Costa reignited their beef by claiming Khamzat slid into his girlfriend's DMS. During an appearance on the MMA Hour, Costa even shared the alleged messages.
The whole storyline, and he texted Tamaya. He say, "You man is not a man enough. He's what did he say? Kind of." Yeah, he likes man, and he sent me a descendant picture. He sent her a descendant picture. He say, look, he lost to a descendant. He likes black men. He's a kind of not man enough. You should look for a better man than him. Something like this.
Khamzat reportedly wrote, "Your man is not man enough," and mocked Costa with a photo implying he likes black men. Costa fired back live with receipts. Meanwhile, Khamzat denied the claim and said she messaged him first. Either way, this just went from fight hype to personal, and Costa made it clear he's ready to settle this in the octagon. After losing to Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier admitted he was hurting, physically and emotionally. He told fans he was getting x-rays and said he felt like he fought differently this time, more cautious, more focused on self-preservation. In his words, "I didn't want to go out like Gaethje. I clinched up instead of swinging. I could have landed, but Max was too fast." Poirier later rewatched the fight and realized Max clearly pulled ahead in rounds with body shots and volume. He said, "I've never fought like that before. Maybe that's a sign I made the right decision. I wanted to go home to my family." Max Holloway calls out Ilia and Charles Oliveira. Max Holloway isn't slowing down. After the BMF win, he wants Ilia Topuria for the lightweight belt.
Yeah, for sure. I guess how much did you learn from the Volkanovski trilogy that you were able to take and to apply to Fight 3 here?
I mean, nothing really, bro. It's totally different guys, you know. I got to share the octagon with 3 guys, you know. I thought with the Volk fight, Volk is just a different animal, you know what I mean? And that trilogy, I thought I did enough in the second one, but obviously I didn't. And then the third one happened, so it is what it is. That's just history now, you know. There's no reason to be sulking in the past, you know, or worrying about spilled milk.
Yeah. Well, I guess speaking of the past and thinking of the future, though, Dana was asked about a potential fight with you and Ilia again, and said it would probably be the BMF and the lightweight belt this time around. How much of a statement do you feel you made that you are the next guy in line at lightweight?
I've been telling you guys all week, man. This sport is about moments. This sport is about having moments. I'm glad I went here. I did this moment, and we see what happens. You know, if it's Ilia, the ball is in UFC court. You know what I mean? I'm down forever. If it's Ilia, it's Ilia. If it's the guy that he just beat, Oliveira, I have history with him. The whole top 10. There's a lot of fun fights for me here at lightweight, and I'm excited.
Fight with Ilia, he brought his own BMF belt and stuff like that. Now, after this point, do you think he's earned a BMF fight?
Oh, for sure. You know, at the end of the day, when the UFC didn't put it up, it is what it is. You know, but it just makes no sense what he's doing, walking around with it or whatever. You know, did you see Islam walking around with a champion belt after beating Volk 2 times? You know what I mean? Like, it is what the belt was on the line. Get over it, brother. You know, like, why you spend money on a damn fucking belt? You know, that's just crazy to me. I know you're rich now, but come on, that is a waste of money.
With Ilia chasing Paddy Pimblett and Charles trying to bounce back, Max is putting himself in position for a major title run. Jon Jones blocked from UFC's White House event. Dana White recently confirmed Jon Jones won't be part of the UFC's upcoming White House card.
You've got a lot of questions about the White House card potentially. Conor McGregor has said he's back in the pool with hopes of potentially fighting on that like a year from now. And then Nate Diaz said he would love to be the opponent. I know you've said that trilogy is something you could do anytime and it would make sense. Are you interested in doing business with Nate Diaz?
I love Nate. That fight's a year away. So I'm not even thinking about anything right now. The landscape will change so much by next 4th of July. You know, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows who's going to be on the card or what the main event will be or who will hold all the titles, and everything could be completely different. So it's not even worth thinking about it right now.
Sure. I guess just one follow-up on that, though, with Jon Jones. He said,
I have other problems. I'm dealing with the logistics and all the things on figuring out how to make this thing happen. How do we want to do it? I'm going to fly out there in about 10 days, 2 weeks, and we'll have all the renderings done, sit down with him and go through the renderings and see what he wants to do and what he doesn't want to do.
Yeah, And Jon Jones says he wants to be on there too, and he says he would fight whoever the champion is at that time. But would you be okay with him like coming back and potentially winning that belt again? And you might have to go through.
Well, it's not even about him winning the belt. I mean, how I felt about him. I can't risk putting him in big positions in a big spot and have something go wrong.
Fair enough.
Yeah, especially the White House card.
And Jon's not happy. He says he's still training, still in the USADA pool, and still sharp. Daniel Cormier and Chael Sonnen explained the real reason. It's chess. If Jon headlines the card, retires again, and vacates the belt, the UFC gets burned again.
Line and show us that things are going to be better. But Jon said, hey, I was a little bit disappointed. I'm still in the UFC drug testing pool, staying sharp and continuing to train like a professional. I'll be ready for whatever comes next. So what happened to retirement? Before I thought the White House was the thing that was going to get him back, but it sounds like now he's just going to fight Chael. I know you message him. I know you text him. What have you guys, don't laugh. What have you guys been talking about in regards to you and your friend's career?
All right, so my closest in is one of his inner circles. And listen, they didn't have a major inside scoop. They're saying what you see is what you get. He does not want to risk it. That protected record to Jon inside does mean a lot to him, and he does see some special challenges with Tom. I think that's okay to say publicly, and I don't think that damages Jon at all to compliment and put somebody else over. I do also see what I believe your larger point was, which there's one fight for Jon, and even if we use our imaginations a year from now, there's still only one fight for Jon. And that is a little bit problematic. It's not just a matter of you willing to come back to show that you won on that White House lawn. If I bring you to the White House lawn, when we fade to black and roll the credits, is the last thing you're going to say is, I'm done, I'm retired, and now I've screwed you for the belt again after taking out your top guy. I mean, there is some real chess that's being played here.
That's the problem.
They want commitment, not just star power. Jones's camp claims he's wary of fighting Tom Aspinall and wants to protect his legacy, but the UFC may not be waiting forever. One of the wildest stories this week, Renato Moicano turned down a $200,000 payout from the UFC's antitrust lawsuit. Out of 700 fighters, he's one of the only ones who said no. Brendan Schaub went off.
Turns down $200K settlement check in a bizarre display of UFC solidarity. Here's the thing, Moicano. That money is getting allocated no matter what, buddy. No matter what. You being a company man and not taking it doesn't give you an inch of good grace with the UFC. This does not matter. There's guys that are more famous than you that are fighting right now that are taking their settlement. You will never make more money than when you fought Islam for the belt. That will never happen to you again. And your wife's pregnant. You have a young kid. You're never going to be champion. And you want to give up $200,000. Just so you know, Moicano, Dana bets with $200,000 every night. Like it ain't. So if you think in his mind, he's going, well, Moicano didn't take the money. Let's hook this guy up. You don't know the fucking world, dude. And you're in the fucking most cutthroat business in the world. And you're letting it pass you by. But you think you're being a good company man with a company that could give two fucks about you.
Moicano fired back, saying it wasn't about money. It's about principles. I signed a contract. I'm not going back on my word. After losing a close fight to Daniel Rodriguez, Kevin Holland tweeted that D-Rod was like a soap bar. Fans took that as an accusation of greasing. Rodriguez responded, "That's just sweat, man, and I shaved my head for that fight. You try to choke me, it's like trying to grip a bowling ball." Many fighters and analysts, including Kamaru Usman, think Max Holloway versus Arman Tsarukyan should determine the next lightweight title challenger, especially since Dana White said Arman needs one more win. Usman said, "It just feels like bad energy's been following Arman. A win over Max would fix that." That's it for today's recap. UFC 319 is heating up, drama is exploding, and the title picture is shifting fast. Who do you think Ilia should fight next? Max, Gaethia, or Paddy? Is Chimaev ready for DDP? And is Khabib right about UFC favoritism? Smash that like button, subscribe, and drop your predictions in the comments below.